क्वेश्चन डाले कॉपी करके आएंगे
उसका आंसर आता है साथ प्रैक्टिस पेपर देखो
अरे वो पहले से बना लो
प्रैक्टिस पेपर ये प्रैक्टिस पेपर में क्या क्वेश्चन
अरे वो चौथा ही क्वेश्चन कुछ जर्मनी का
14 क्वेश्चंस नहीं होता है 7 क्वेश्चंस होता है 7 क्वेश्चंस 15 मार्क
15 दो 15
no see 5 1 mark 4 1 mark questions
no man that's 3
okay 3 then 2 mark 2 questions
man you are going to make paper then 4
मैम यू
what is the pattern accordingly only we can make no
मैम यू गिव 2 marks us for being in your class
मैम give me 15 marks ऐसे मैं 2 साल लगी क्लास में
okay
प्लीज
बस पहले पेपर में
मैम I want 20 marks out of 50 extra 5 marks for being a good student
you are late bro you are late
that is auto spot I was waiting for 4 marks half an hour
yes sir
मैं आपको सारा से
homework done or not
which one
power sharing lesson completed and
moral reasons
power sharing चालू कर दो
okay I thought that it is completed okay after moral which are the 2 reasons for which power sharing is done prudential and moral reason what is the prudential reason
better decision making less
open
there is a possibility to correct your mistakes less conflict between less conflict better representation
okay what is the moral reason
spirit of democracy
spirit of democracy
people can govern how they want to govern
yes okay now let us move further next part is about the forms of power sharing listen there are 4 ways in which power is being shared the 4 ways in which power is being shared the first form in which the power is shared is see no see you come here all no
the bench is that short
and the gap between
back here no problem I am having to clear back here get up both of you get up now come you also no question why
you always say excuse me
where is your bag yes you go in front
you have to come back second bench
you don't have second bench
when that we can
cannot see.
No, second one you can see.
अभी मैं ढूंढता volume.
Okay, take this.
Extra.
We have extra volume.
I'm late comer.
Good morning.
First
More late than
I will sit over here because there he irritates a
No,
lot.
second one.
No.
Give me one.
Okay. First method of power sharing is horizontal. Horizontal means the same level.
Ma'am, he's not getting his sharing.
Three organs are there. Which are the organs?
Judiciary, legislature.
Executive, legislature, and judiciary.
No, I want to sit there. No, three guys. Settle down. I'm no three people. I'm back here.
So these three layers or organs are in the same level. That is, one compensates the other. One is not dictating on other. This way, when the organs are working as complementary to other, it is called checks and balance. One check the other and balancing the power. No one could exceed its limits. That is sort of which are there. We have already seen that executive, legislature, and judiciary. So one is checking the other whether that organ is exceeding its limits or not. So already I have told you, it is not a power above the other. It is a complementary authority. See, one complements the other. Legislature make the laws and executive implements it. One example, executive appoint the judiciary, but the judiciary is controlling the executive. So it is called checks and balance. And what is it? First is called horizontal, as all the three organs are on the same level. It is called horizontal. So three names we have seen. You tell me what I have told.
No.
You were only told. You were only disturbing. There is some topic you were discussing.
I was telling you.
Okay, tell.
You were studying checks and balance. Right?
What is checks and balance?
So this one, the organs of the political body. When one political, like organs, one organ keeps the check on the other one if they are exceeding their power.
System in which each organ of the government checks the others, which results in balance of power among various institutions.
Not
Okay, sentence read here. One organ, it is having a limit. How much? That is what we have studied earlier. That is, each organ is having jurisdiction. Whether it crosses its jurisdiction or not, checking. And each organ balances the establishment. That is called checks and balance. Sometimes the question is coming that what is the authority of checks and balance, or what do you mean by checks and balance? Clear? And what is horizontal power sharing? Indirectly, don't expect a direct question. Clear? Now, Second type of power sharing is vertical power sharing.
वर्टिकल मतलब सब एक ही लाइन है.
Say we have a union government for the whole country. Union government or the central government. Below the central government there is state government and local self-government.
Local self is added later on to India, right?
But that is sort of vertically.
One is above.
So that is divided. For the whole country we are having
So ma'am in vertical.
central government.
In vertical power sharing, you don't have same power as all. All don't have same power.
See, I'll tell you. This one is called a federal system. In a federal system, there is 2 or more layers. There is 2 or more layers, and each layer is having its own autonomy. Autonomy means a self-governing power. It is not under somebody. There is a relationship between the higher authority and the lower authority, but the lower authority is not a subordinate. Subordinate means not under the control of the higher authority. So this way the power, when it is divided vertically, it is called a vertical division of power or federal division or federal system. Got it? What is second form of power sharing? Vertical power sharing or federal system. Second lesson is about that. So detailed way, now we are not studying, only this much you have to understand. The power is shared between layers or tiers of government. Central government, state government and local self-government. This is called federal power sharing. Clear? Now, the third is that power is shared social groups. Social groups. Social groups, pressure groups, movement groups, etc. So how this power sharing is done? We know that in our country there are so many minorities or different sections. So for them there is reservation. Scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, OBCs and all reservations are there. That is one way of power sharing. They are also getting participation, otherwise they may not get. So in order to give them participation, power is given to them in the form of reservation. Do you remember Belgium we have studied? Belgium we have studied about one type of government. What type of government is there? That is a special feature of community government. So the same way in our country the power is shared among different social groups like SCs, STs, OBCs. So that is what the third type of power sharing. Is this point clear? Now, there is a fourth type of power sharing. Power is shared among political parties. How that power is shared among the political parties? We know that political parties are contesting in the election. The party which get, come here, get it, middle one, come here. No. No, I want your habits, that is. Okay, political parties contest in the election. The party which get a majority, you just write whatever is. Afterwards, I will not give you that.
You have to write.
Then side by side you have to write. Political parties contest in the election, and the party which get a majority, they form the government. The party which is not getting the majority, they form the opposition. So, one is that the party which, what is this? Party which get majority forms the ruling party, and party which is not getting that majority, they form the opposition. So two groups are there. There are some occasions in which no party get a majority. Then who will? So in that circumstance, they form coalition party. Okay, so if there is no party getting the majority, few parties join together to form the government. That is called the coalition government. So, not a coalition party, coalition government. Got it? Which are the four types of power sharing? Not understood. It already done. लिखा नहीं है. This all classification also written. That is checks and balance. What is checks and balance? That is horizontal power sharing. How it is happening? Three organs are checked and balanced. Then vertical power sharing, federal system. Okay, completed.
How can you use this on?
That's this one. So, this lesson, what all points we have studied? We have studied about the development. What was the condition of Belgium? Okay, and what was the condition of Sri Lanka? And how Belgium sorted out that problem? What was the method introduced in Belgium? What was the name? Accommodation. Okay, that term you have to remember. Then we have seen what was the problem happened in Sri Lanka, majoritarian policies of the government in 1956. Then after that we have studied about violence and all, so much problem taken place in Sri Lanka. Next we have studied why there is a need of power sharing. Two the types of conditions are mentioned for power sharing, which are the two reasons: prudential reason and moral reasons. See, everything should be on your tongue tip. That much you have to thorough. Then there is no need to by heart the things. Understood? Then moral reason, prudential reason we have completed, and today we have learned about which are the forms of power sharing. For any form you did not understand, you can ask. Here, what is that example given? Reservation. Even women also reservation is coming in this category. And here, political parties, coalition, government. Okay? All the things. Can you do the same? Take the YouTube video. Federalism. Federalism. No, federalism. Power sharing is completed. So,
Yes, that only. Digrat Singh, yes, second video. Yes, it is very yes. अरे sunlight. Digrat sir.
No.
हाँ ये लगा good explanation and video.
Sunlight study is nice.
Yes,
The first video is good
हमें
animation.
explanation with animation.
Okay, first. I know that what is your this thing. No. I'm teaching afterwards. Just.
नहीं बैक करके देखना चाहिए
Live stream. Yes, yes.
नुकसान ना रहे
Huh?
Second bench.
Lot of cold.
Sitting here, not there.
no bro ये सीधा
30 लग रही है उधर। हाँ, अच्छा यार, बोर्ड हुए के बाद।
Not just for you. Listen, now you each one have to answer my question. Okay, the first one, what is federalism?
Federalism is like the system of a the system type of government system.
Type of government.
no you are getting go to sleep
Government is a type of government in which
also you already
multiple distribution of power.
not vertical horizontal
That what we told the vertical distribution of power. That is that. Okay, you. He's having the book.
Organism is a type of system of government where the power is distributed between the central government, state government, and the local government.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Can you tell? Seven features are mentioned over there. Out of that, one feature is federalism. Seven features are mentioned. Okay, leave it. That one. What is the opposite of federalism? Federal form of government.
linguistic
Unitary system.
I told you.
Okay.
Only central power has the power.
Yes, and then when the power is distributed, we call it the federal system. When it is not one unit, unit. Okay.
Talking to me also.
Me doesn't stop talking.
After on that page that you have to learn, page number 25, unitary and federal system. Mark it and distinguish between unitary and federal system. Before that, your attention is required. All the 7 points we are going to discuss. First, key features of federalism. This is very important. What are the key features or basic features of federalism? The first point is that
More levels.
this together you write down. This is second lesson. Federalism, then write. Yes, yes. Last one is that for forms of power sharing. First feature, just along with me, you have to history, no? We'll just revise last 15 minutes. Next, that is up to what is that? 10:45. The last 15 minutes you will. Okay.
Eating, volume, not me.
Right along. Afterwards, I will not give you time.
Oh,
There are 2 or more layers or tires of government. So the tire spelling, it is not that vehicle tire. So tiers here we have heard. This one is the tire spelling. Okay. It is not a T-Y-R-E. That I have seen. That is further part. So many other words are also there. Here in between. First point, there are 2 or more tiers of government. Okay. Second point. Yes, before that, I forget to discuss about Khalid's dilemma. Vikram and Vedant. Yes, one minute. Listen, there was a part mentioned in that previous lesson. Wait. It is a story like incident. You have to read afterwards.
Come down. Ma'am, can we just mark it in the textbook? It is there, same things in the textbook.
No. See, that was a story connected with the earlier Panchandra story. There was a story like that Vikram and Vedar were walking through the forest. Panchandra story, two characters were there. Vikram was the king. Okay, Vedan was not a Birbal. So he host type body. He used to ask questions to Vikram.
Yes.
He used to tell story what is happening in different parts or like that. And finally, while they were traveling, normal story it was that Vetal used to be on the back of Vikram. That was the normal story. So daily that stories used to be told, and when they reached to that particular tree, that time, Vedanta used to ask a question based on that story. And if Vikram is able to answer, then Vedanta will go to that tree and take rest, and Vikram can go to his court. That is what the normal condition. Every day Vikram was able to answer because he was so intelligent and he gave that answer also wisely. So here see here the story was about Lebanon and the capital Beirut. In that country, so much different sections of people were there. Orthodox were there, Catholics were there, Sunni Muslims, Shia Muslims, like that, different categories of people, religious groups. So much violence used to happen, and finally they had a solution. They have decided the president should be from one particular community, prime minister from another community, then deputy prime minister from another community, speaker from another community. Like that, they made a solution. So this particular person, Khalil, his time when it came, he neither belonged to father's side nor belonged to mother's side. So he did not have an opportunity to become in power because
We are 10th into class. What are you doing with that?
You pay attention, keep your attention.
Ma'am, yes, taken everyone's money.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have 1,000 rupees.
I mean, taking everyone.
see now the story I will not tell. Based on that, you have to write and come. Monday, you have to write and come. How, if you were in that position, how would you find a solution for the problem? If you were Khalil, what you would do, or how you can find a solution? Everyone's book I will check on Monday.
Okay.
Story was given, incident was given, and the question is that if you were Khalil, what you would do?
Converting to one of the.
No, that all things your personal name, whatever is there, you have to write and come. Clear? No question. See?
Dogs are.
I'll make you to stand outside the class. No. There is a limit for everything. The questions are going very slow because you are doing your own activities you are engaged in. So that is why no, I will not allow that. Each one's need I cannot city. Understood the question I have given you, and one day you have to write and come. So we are going back to our second lesson, federalism. The first point is that it is divided into the country is government is divided into two or more layers, or that is for tiers. Second point is that I don't want to hear any kind of murmurings in between. You write that one. In your book, I want it. No, I am just telling you that example. Have you written?
Yes.
See, the same citizens are ruled by different layers. See, we are the citizen that is living in this Vashi or like that. So we are ruled by announcing. We are also part of the state government, Maharashtra. We are also part of the central government. So same citizens are ruled by different layers. Each layer have different jurisdiction. Say one example I will tell you. If any accident take place in the railway line, okay, so the accident have taken place in between Sanpada and Vashi. So neither the Sanpada police nor the Vashi police will interfere. Why? They will tell that it happened in that railway territory. So railway police only have the jurisdiction. See, that person might belong to that Vashi or Sanpada, but what is happening? The jurisdiction is clearly mentioned. It happened in that railway part. It is controlled. So it is controlled by the railway police. So this way, the same citizens are ruled by any of these layers, but the power is distributed very clearly. Is this going clear with the example?
Yes, sir.
So announcing is the local government, then the state government and the national government. So same citizens by different governments. Third point is that
Nothing, ma'am. Now I was quite writing also. the last word over there? Or separate?
Jurisdiction. You were laughing at that person, no?
Jurisdiction.
Okay. You don't tell like that, otherwise you will use that word. See, constitutionally guaranteed powers, or it is created in the constitution and it is defined in the constitution and guaranteed by the constitution. Okay, it is not created by the administrators, it is created based on the constitution. Next point. We know the. Have you written?
I'm writing.
Have you written that?
Yes.
Fourth one.
What I'm writing last two words.
Can't change. Can't be unilaterally changed. Say the Constitution was written and implemented in 1949 and 1950. So was 1950 only implementation, 1949 it was enacted. Now that constitutional provisions, when it was made, it is rigid as well as rigid and flexible. Two things are there. Rigid means it is not easy to make amendments, but amendments are possible. That is why flexibility. Understood? Rigid as well as flexible. Rigid means it is not possible like that. No, it is possible. Okay, what is that? It is not easy to make changes. And flexible means it can make. So what is it called? It is called amendment. The changes making in the constitution are called amendments. Constitution amendments. But what is this? If the constitutional provision has to be changed, it cannot be done unilaterally. Unilaterally means one-sided. That is, central government alone cannot do. But can you tell some examples of that present government which made unilateral changes in the constitution? That is, government made unilateral changes. Article 370 was removed. Yes, tell what is Article 370?
How was it unilateral? It was a law which was passed.
Both the houses means only the government, the central
Government has passed it.
at least 6 state governments have to support. Yes, listen. See, in order to make such changes, at least 6 states have to accept.
Just 6.
At least 2/3 is required, but at least 6 states. And now that a change is made without even the consent of the Jammu and Kashmir. What is affected by its effect? That state, nothing happened. All the political leaders were in house arrest. No political party was there, except BJP.
That was to prevent any clashes, right? That was to prevent any clashes, right?
What is why?
Because they
Their
are removing
consent
such
is
an important
required.
clause. They are removing such an important clause that the people have lived under since the freedom. So it can cause a lot of disagreements among people, right? It did cause a lot of disagreements. So it was necessary to prevent any deaths or clashes or riots.
No, before itself.
Yeah, that was a preventative measure.
2 years, 3 years when the government was ruling over, the government leaders or that administrators, state political leaders and the chief minister was also put on arrest.
Ma'am,
Anyone?
they have not been put under arrest. Supposedly, what COVID government right now, everybody would blame the BJP, like the central government. Why did you put them on arrest?
You have to get, according to our constitution, it should not be made unilaterally. They have to.
They were.
Who was Pakistani?
I mean, no, let's not go there. Let's not go there. No,
Yeah?
I do not agree with that.
See, that you listen. I'm just telling about the unilateral decisions. When such a decision is going to be taking, at least the consent of the state have to be taken.
That I agree with. It was very unfortunate that it was a sudden decision.
Sudden decision. 2 years they were on a house arrest.
That what was her name? I forgot. She was a representative. Something.
No,
She was under arrest for a long time.
she and the other party.
Yes.
Both the parties they were ruling governments. That is, earlier one government was ruling, and afterwards another government. When the ruling government was there, suddenly they were kept in house arrest, and then in parliament this bill is they have majority and they pass that bill. It has to be discussed in the parliament whether it is having consent from all the sections. Such an important article is removing.
But it was also necessary to remove it because the entire state seemed like a separate unit all by itself because of this particular article. Different elections, different flags. Yes. So it was important to remove it.
But consent to be taken, no?
Mom, let's think about it because the people would have never agreed for the clause to be removed. And because people don't know what is actually happening. The implications of the clause are not taught to the people. So they would just believe that they are taking away our sovereignty by
Sovereignty.
Have you ever imagined if that Pakistani terrorists were entering and the consent of the central government is needed to take action? Earlier they were able to take. Means immediate terrorist attack is daily routine. So now the central government, because they are not having any government of their own, whether it is union territory or state government, no government is there. They need the consent of the central government. Every time central government have to take decision. If that particular region is having state government, they can.
Ma'am, when there was state government, it wasn't like the state government prevented anything. When there was state government during that time, there was still a terrorism. It is not that state government would have prevented, nor central government. At least actions could have been taken faster.
faster action.
Central government doesn't give that proper solution. There is a relationship between that.
Now
This
this
is
is
not
not
making
form.
things like
This is not the form. Understood? You imagine that in our Maharashtra state, Mumbai attack. Mumbai attack, the state government has taken the step, then requested that the military to come. So state government is the authority to take preventive action, whatever is taken.
But the condition of the state was worse. There was more poverty, there was more communal clashes, there was more violence, and there was more outburst of people over small things as compared to now because there is no state government. Now they are under central government. We don't hear every other day that there is clashes, there is communities. This happened, that happened, they died, this died. That is not happening. I don't think we can compare Maharashtra police or Mumbai police to that one. They don't have enough resources. They don't have enough energy. People are more economically there. Violence or there clashes, voices, gas. Then the backward, there is like so much development. So how can you compare?
Ma'am, but that's not good enough.
No. He wanted to continue this further. So you don't want to learn this thing. I just wanted to tell about that unilateral. It is all that is we all have different opinions about this particular topic. Okay, so I am not continuing with that. It's your personal opinion and my personal opinion is different. Okay, leave. Unilaterally, is it clear to you? Now, next point. Hello. I'm here, not there. You sit properly. See, the courts have the power to interpret the constitution.
Why all
You go fast.
you
See, the court have the power to interpret the constitution. See, many of the points which are written in the almost all the points written in the constitution, common people cannot understand easily. There is a need of interpretation. So that interpretation is.
It's like an empire. We can.
So that interpretation is done by the courts, and here what I told, what is the point? Not now. Say, act like an umpire. In a game, the umpire's decision is final. The same way the court's decision is final in case of dispute. So, interpretation is done by the. Please do sit this way. Huh?
No, ma'am.
Now, 2-3 minutes.
My fingers are going numb.
What you doing?
Are you writing or not? Next point. 7 points are there.
So.
We know that the revenue sources. Can you tell some of the revenue sources of the government? Taxes. Okay. Taxes is the main source of revenue. So there are certain type of taxes which go to the central government or which are collected by the central government. There are certain
Fines are also basically
Even driving or having money.
bribe. So the tax like income tax, customs duties, excise duties, all these are going to the central government. Then there are certain sources which are directly going to the state government. So according to the constitution, it is divided. So who get what? So state government taxes, which are the taxes, and local self-government. So that taxes may not be sufficient for the administration purpose. So the central government will allocate some grants also. It will decide that is how much to be given to each state. So that is what the taxes are clearly mentioned. Next point is that it work on dual objectives. It is not completed. Dual objective.